All right, we have another 5-minute pro tip on lease terms. So your tenant goes ahead and calls, texts, or writes to you that they're going to be giving you notice before the end of their lease. Oh no, the world's coming to an end. We have to turn this property now, right? No. So here's what you want to do. And remember, it's not financial advice or investment advice. It can't be. I'm just a YouTuber. You'll lose all your money and your house and everything if you listen to me. But anyway, as far as lease terms go, so the tenant's going to give you some notice that they're going to leave early. Let's say they're leaving 6 months into a 12-month lease. Let's figure out what's best for you and best for the tenant. Okay. So you can hold that tenant to be responsible for the entire remainder of that lease. But then you have a pissed off tenant who could damage your property or be a pain in the butt to get out of the house or leave it a mess or whatever the problem might be. So if you come to an agreement and I let all of my tenants know that they can basically vacate the property for 3 months rent at any time and I'll return their security deposit. I require them to submit a 30-day notice or 60-day notice, depending on their lease, and then we sign a lease addendum that terminates the current lease at the end of their 30 days there, or 60 days, whatever the case happens to be. So why is this good for me, and why is this good for them? So a lot of tenants may want to buy a house if a deal comes up. They may just want to live there for 6 months and then move and not be responsible for the entire thing. So yeah, that's good for them, but is it bad for you? No, not really. So if you tell them, hey, we can turn this lease off. Hey, we can go ahead and cancel this lease for 3 months worth of rent, then it's going to give them a way out. So within the addendum that you're going to sign with the tenant, they're going to have to pay a certain amount that's going to be written out there, 3 months, and they'll live there for another 30 or 60 days or whatever. Think about how long it's going to take you to turn that property. Is it going to take you 10 days? Is it going to take you 15? Who knows? Where I rent, I can typically have one tenant out and a new one in within 3 to 5 days, depending on when their check clears. So what does that mean for you? So if this tenant is going to vacate after 30 days and they're paying you 90 days, let's say your rent's $1,000 a month, you're getting $3,000 for 1 month's rent. And then you can turn that property and put the new tenant in there who's going to pay you for that additional time. They're going to keep paying you with the new tenant. So you end up, in this particular example, if your rent's $1,000 per month and this tenant vacates within 30 days, you turn that property, you can end up $4,000 ahead. That's not a bad deal for you, right? If your rent's $1,500 a month, heck, that's like $5,000. You're gonna end up way ahead if you allow a tenant to vacate on a notice like that. So run those numbers. Remember, we're not a charity here at Landlords. We have to have our mortgages paid and we have to collect rent. But what is good for you? Like, is it good to have a tenant in there for 12 months? Or would you rather have 2 tenants in there within 12 months and receive 14 months worth of rent? That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. All right, that's it for this one. Check out our subscribe thing here, our little like button down here, and another video right over here somewhere. All right, hang out, check out our channel for the new 5-minute pro tips coming out later on. Thanks, everybody.